Welcome to Life ReBounding. My name's Dan McKinnon. I've been a pastor for over 40 years, and I'm currently in process of beginning to work with the Africa Inland Mission. The purpose of these videos is to try and offer hope and encouragement to you in taking the next step in your life with Jesus Christ. Now you might ask the question, why the name Life ReBounding? Well, in my experience, life is a series of rebounds from setbacks, reversals, times when we fall down or when we fail. And there is no greater one to guide us in those rebounds than our Savior, Jesus Christ. Also, it kind of harkens back to my enjoyment of playing the game of hockey. Now, I go back to the days when people didn't have to wear helmets when they played hockey. Eventually, we had to start wearing helmets, and eventually later on we had to start wearing facial protection, which usually took the form of a cage on the front of the helmet. And I always played hockey with enthusiasm. And that means that because I was never the most talented and certainly not the biggest person on the ice, when I would go to check someone, it would usually result in an impact that would send me down to the ice and leave the other person standing there wondering if they had actually been hit. And so, in the advent of bird cages on the front of hockey helmets, I used to have a problem. Now, let me illustrate it with my friend little Lori here. When I would go in to check someone, my head would get jostled pretty good in the impact. And when it would, the helmet would come down over my eyes with the bird cage. So the first thing I would do every time I stood up after impact was to smack myself in the head to try and get the helmet out of my eyes so I could see where I was going for the next impact. Well, my teammates used to sit on the bench and laugh uproariously at my predicament because they would watch me go and try and check someone, and every time I'd get up and try and knock myself in the head to get the helmet out of my eyes so I could refocus and get going. Well, there are times in our lives when we're not sure that we have the energy to rebound. We're not sure if we can get up and dust ourselves off one more time. It feels like we've had one more defeat on top of many, and we don't feel like we can take any more. Well, these videos are for you. I want to encourage you to take your next step, but to do it with Jesus Christ as your Savior, to allow Him to help you in your rebound. And as we begin, I'm going to focus on three statements that come towards the end of Margaret Self's book, Inner Compass. And those three statements are, where you are, however unchosen, is the place of blessing. That will be the first section that we'll look at. The second is, how you are, however broken, is a place of grace. And the third is, who you are in your becoming is your place in the kingdom. I'm going to take some time over these series of videos to reflect on those statements, but then put my own twist on them in the hope that I can offer you some encouragement in your journey. My prayer is that through these videos, you'll meet Jesus. And as a result of that, you'll have the courage and the strength, the encouragement, and some hope to take your next step in your next rebound. I know that Jesus is a great Savior. I know that He's a great companion who never leaves us or forsakes us. And I know that I couldn't have made any of the rebounds in my life that I have without Him walking with me. And so I encourage you today to look to Him and to help Him take you let Him help you take the next step in your journey of faith.